Yo, what's good? I'm Juice WRLD, and this is the first time. The first time I ever had my heart broken was like my sophomore year. I look back now, I'm like, wow, that was not a serious situation, bro. It was on some teenage emotions type, you know, like where you kind of just blowing everything out of proportion. And every bad thing equals the end of the world for some reason. Even before I started recording music, like a long time ago, just listening to it was therapy. Just like an escape from everything. That's as long as I can remember. I always used to get lost in music. Some people, music is just, it comes natural to them to do it and they love to listen to it. I'm one of those people. It's just the way I'm set up, I guess. I think I was making up raps, like, as long as I can remember. My mom didn't used to let me listen to certain stuff. When I got around like my other relatives, they'd be playing this stuff. I had some of the lyrics in my head, and then I wouldn't remember the whole song, so I'd just like make up the rest. That's been ever since like 3, 4 years old though, so like forever. The first time I wrote a song was in 5th grade. It was during study hall. I couldn't just sit there and do my work, so I did something else. It was Lil Wayne, I'm Not a Human Being.
I'm killing them, see the white flag from the enemy. You in your head and leave your dash full of memories. Father, forgive me for my brash delivery.
Just remixed it, pretty much. The first time I played an instrument was probably like 4 years old in piano lessons. I was never real, like overly, like, you know, like talented. I like taught myself how to play, so I could play by ear pretty good. I remember the keys though, it was real simple. It was like C, D, E, C, D, E, E, D. It was like up and down, like a scale, it was like the scales pretty much. So somebody from her job snitched on me. Yeah, I'm gonna call it snitched on me. That's bogus as hell. Like, bro, I guess he listened to like all music, I guess. And he wasn't really no older gentleman though. He was probably like, I think he was like in his 30s or something, so he was still young. He asked my mom, like, what's my rap name or something? And my mom knew my rap name, but she never heard none of my music before. And this is before I had any type of SoundCloud following. It's before any of that. And the next day, he walked back up to her and was like, yeah, you might want to listen to this. Like, bitch, what you mean? Like, you know, like that's bogus as hell. Like, and then she listened to it and then she texted me and was like, yeah, I just heard all your music. And it was like, obviously she wasn't rocking with it, but she don't got no choice but to rock with it now, I guess. It came from the Tupac movie, and it came from Soulja Boy because he had a mixtape called Juice, and he had like a haircut, and it was like called the Juice haircut, and I had that haircut.
Soulja got the juice, Soulja got the juice, Soulja got the juice, throwing money at the roof.
My Twitter was always Juice WRLD, but that wasn't my name. It was Juice the Kid. And I looked at my Twitter, and I was already like thinking about a different name to call myself, and I'm like, I just call myself Juice WRLD. The first time I heard Tupac, I was probably like 4 or 5. I think my mom was telling me about these rappers that got killed, and then it turned out she was talking about Tupac and Biggie Smalls, and I started hearing more about them, and then, yeah, so like 4 or 5 years old. In 2017, at this dude's birthday party, I remember it like clearly, like it just happened yesterday. I don't want to say I was nervous beforehand, because it's like I knew most of the people that was there, so that kind of helped. It wasn't like strangers, you know? I had a butterfly. This is like my first time ever doing this. It was lit, like they liked my music. Some of them knew the lyrics, so it was a good experience. First time I met Future was actually last year. I started working on the project, Chalice Studios, and I think that's West Hollywood. When he had made Beast Mode 2, Wi-Fi lit.
Going in the sky over 20,000, I keep on Wi-Fi lit. I spend over 5,000, that's just someone fit.
And I posted like, oh, this is fire, because it's fire. He responded to me on Twitter, and then we locked in and made the World on Drugs project. I was actually getting beats off YouTube and recording like the free type beats and stuff. And then DT his DM me and was like, yeah, your music's hard, bro. You trying to buy some beats type shit. I ain't had no money, I was broke. And they ended up just sending me beats just because they just, you know, they liked my music and they wanted to work. And then that was who I was getting beats from for like, even to this day, Side Piece and Nick Mirror are the producers that, hands down, they got that. The first time I felt like I made it, when I bought my mom a car, that was like a wake up. Like, wow, I'm really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really here. It still hasn't really fully hit me yet, though. Like, everything is still kind of surreal. I haven't really stopped. I'm on tour, I'm working. Whenever I have time to sit back and inhale and exhale and just take everything in, yeah, it'll hit me, for sure.